How are you, Mr. Islam?
Alhamdulillah, how are you, Varun? Bilal.
I'm fine.
Yeah, Bilal. Okay.
Mr. Can you do the question number 3?
Which one?
Remember yesterday you said that you will do question number 3. I think it's on top.
Walaikum assalam.
Yeah.
Okay. This one. Number
Yes,
3.
question number 3. Yes, Mr.
Type.
Also,
You didn't get
Mr.
the-
How is the function related?
Which one?
Like the related function, like
This function is given to know the maximum and the minimum. If you want to study for the project, if you want to make a project, you just make a study for this project. Is that right?
Okay.
So they make a function for how you will win, how you will lose. So you make the inequalities and which area that you will win, which area that you will lose. That is the idea for linear programming. But only I'm taking only the easiest part for this one, or the part that I need for the SAT and the international exam. That is the part that I need. So again, for this one, how we can solve it? Again, Bismillah. So we will start. The part that we missed yesterday, we need now for y is greater than or equal -6 and smaller than -2. What is the meaning of this function? What is the meaning of this graph? The graph would be
Between two vertical
parallel to
the x-axis.
x-axis and intersect the y-axis at the point
-6 and -2.
Yes. So from -2, we'll draw that to the first line. And from -6, that's 4, 6, we'll draw the second line. Okay. So this will be the first line.
The variable was x, we'll do it on the x-axis, right?
Again for this one. When I say y equals any number, just take only one side. Any one side. So y is equal to -6. What is the meaning of y equal -6? It's represented by a line parallel to x-axis and they intersect y-axis at the point -6.
Okay, so if it was x in the middle,
If that's x
y.
equals to 2, suppose that I'm saying x equals to, it will be represented by a vertical line parallel to y. When I say x equals, it will be parallel to y. When I say y equals, it will be parallel to x. Okay. Now it's easy.
Yes.
Anything, if you want to find the y-intercept, you want to find what? Y-intercept. Let x equal 0. If you want to find x-intercept, let y equal 0.
I know that.
You get the idea? Anything with x and y, the inverse.
Okay, thank you.
You understand it? Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
So for graphing the next one, we have here y equals -x plus 2. What is the meaning of that? It means the slope will be equals -1 and the y-intercept equals 2. So we'll start from 2. What is the meaning of -1? It will be -1 over 1. So we'll go down 1 and going to the right one. Is this right? Huh? You understand this one?
Yes.
That's equation number 2. So I will graph here. Which part will be shaded for this one? 0.
Below the line.
It is smaller than -0 plus 2. Is that right?
Yes.
So we'll shade the part under the line. And we will shade this part down and this part up. Again, for the equation number 3, we have y is smaller than or equal to x plus 2. From that, we can say that the slope is equals 2 and the y-intercept equals also 2. So we'll start from 2. And what is the meaning of the slope equals 2? It will be 2 over 1. It's going up 1 and right 1, but there is no place to go up. So it will be -2 over -1 to keep the value positive. So it's going down 2 and to the left 1. Going down 2 and to the left 1. Any problem for that one? Until now, any problem?
No.
No.
Okay. So we'll continue graphing this.
But there's still a
line.
little confusion.
What?
Can you repeat the third one, the third equation?
What is the problem? What is the confusion in the third one?
So, Mr. For the third one, you're using the third equation from the top, right? 2x plus 2.
I need to erase this part to move the graph to the left a little bit. 2 units to the left. Just 1 minute. I'm moving because there is no place here to graph. So I will shift only this one. There is no place here, so I will shift only 2 units to the left. 2 units. It was here just 1 minute. Okay. This one here. Then the first one here. Again for the equation number 2. Number 2. Any problem for number 2?
No.
Okay. So number 2, the y-intercept equals 2 and the slope is going down 1 and run 1. So we can graph the line. So this will be the graphing of the line.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. For equation number 3, we'll convert to be an equation. So it will be y equals 2x plus 2. It means the slope equals 2 and the y-intercept equals 2. We'll start from 2. How we can graph the slope equals 2? 2, which equals 2 over 1. It means going up 2 and run 1. But because there is no place to go up and 1 right, so I will make this one is negative and negative, because negative 2 divided by negative 1 still equals 2. Is that right?
Yes, Mr.
So it will be going down 1, going down 2, and going to the left 1. So down 2 and left 1. So we can graph this. So where is the shaded part? This part will be shaded. This part will be the shaded part. That's the solution. You understand why I'm not graphing the other part? Not shaded the other part? Because the solution is
because that's
between
common,
the solution lies between. That's the first line. That's line number 1, line number 2, line number 3, and that's line number 4. The solution lies between line number 1 and number 2. And it will be under line number 3 and at the right of number 4. So only this part would be the common part. Did you understand this one or not? Did you get this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there any problem for this one?
No.
Okay. So now we need
to find if it's minimum or maximum, you just choose any point in the shaded area?
Not choose any point. This bounded. Anything bounded, you have maximum and minimum.
Oh, yeah.
How you can unbounded, you have minimum or maximum.
Okay.
Okay. So what is the coordinate of this point? Suppose this point is A. So what is the coordinate of this point? It will be
4
1,
and negative
2, 3, 4, and negative 2, 4, and negative 2. What is the coordinate of this point B? So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and
8 and negative 6.
8 and negative 6. What is the coordinate of this point C? It will be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
Negative
2,
4 and
3,
negative
4. So it will be negative 4 and negative 6. This one will be negative 2 and the negative 2. So all what you have to do, that is the point. At the point A, which is 4 and the negative 2. By using the function. Which function that I will use? The function f of x
6x plus 4y.
equals 6x plus 4y. So at which point the value of the function has a maximum and at which point the value of the function is minimum. So all what we have to do just 6 times 4 plus 4 times negative 2. The first one is 24 minus 8, which equals to
16.
16. The second point B, which is 8 and the negative 6, so it will be 6 times 8 plus 4 times negative 6, which equals 48 minus 24, which equals 24. C, which is negative 4 and negative 6, so it will be 6 times negative 4 plus 8 times, plus 4 times negative 6, so it will be negative 24 minus 24, which equals negative 48, and D will be negative 2 and negative 2, so we have 6 times negative 2 plus 4 times negative 2, which is negative 12 minus 8, which is negative 20. You will find that.
B and D.
So,
B and C.
yes, at this point, we have maximum point. And at this point, there is minimum. So what is the maximum now? The maximum at the point 8 and negative 6. You understand it? The maximum at 8 and negative 6. And the minimum at negative 4 and negative 6.
Mister, for the function, why is it f of x and y instead of just f of x?
Because you have here inside the bracket the relation between x and y.
Oh.
That's ordered pair.
Mister, can you go down a bit?
So, Mr., you get the coordinates of the shaded region?
Yes.
Okay, so does it have to be 4 or can it be less?
It depends on the shape.
Okay.
It could be triangle, could be pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, whatever the graph that you find. It depends on how many equations, how many lines that we have now. That's line number 1, line number 2, line number 3, line number 4. So it's 4 lines forming 4 lines. Quadrilateral. If that's 3 lines, it will be triangle, or if that's closed, it's depend on the number of sides. 3 side triangle, 4 side quadrilateral, 5 side pentagon. Class?
Yeah, Mister. Thank you very much.
Any problem for this one?
No, sir. Thank you.
No.
Okay. So can we go to the new lesson now? Because we have another way to fight it. Because we'll fight now for the new lesson. Again, what is the meaning of solving a system of equation? What is the meaning of solving equation? Solving equation.
Find the terms that satisfy the
finding the value of x or y.
Find there is z now. Find the value of the variable which makes the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. And now we have a system of equations. System of equation formed from 3 equations because we have 3 variables. As we said, the number of equations depend on the number of variables to be solved. If you have only 1 variable, to solve it, you need only 1 equation. 2 variables, you need 2 equations. 3 variables, you need 3 equations. So how we can solve the system of equation formed from 3 equations? Number one, choose any 2 equations. Suppose that we have equation number 1 and equation number 2. And that's equation number 3. So I will take 1 and 2. I will take 1 and 2. Solve them. How I solve them? To eliminate one of the variable. Choose one of the variable that you want to eliminate. Which one?
Y.
Y. So I will eliminate Y. Step number 2, I will take equation number 2 and 3, or 1 and 3. I take 1 and 2. So the second, it will be 1 and 3, or 2 and 3. As you like, no problem for that. Choose any one. If you choose for the first one, you will eliminate Y. At the second one, also you will eliminate Y. You understand it now?
Yes.
So the main point, we need to make another 2 equations to remove one of the variable. The main idea of solving the system of equation for the 3 equations to eliminate the variable. So step number 1 and number 2, remove the same variable. Any problem?
No.
So I will say from equation number 1 and number 2. How can I remove y? If you look at y here, you find that's 2. If you look at y here, it will be 1. It means I need to multiply the equation number 2 by 2. Okay? So I will write the first one without any change. 3x minus 2y plus 4z equals 35. And I will multiply the second one by 2. So it will be negative 8x plus 2y minus 5z equals minus
Negative
10z equals negative 72. Any problem until now?
No, mister.
I just multiply by 2. So 3 and the negative 8 equals negative 5x. Cancel y. Minus 6z is equals, by subtracting, it will be negative 37. And that will be equation number 4. Any problem until now? Any problem?
No.
No.
Now I finish
No.
equation number 1 and number 2. Step number 2, I will take equation number 2 and number 3 to remove the same variable. Which one? Which is y. So how can I remove y? By multiplying
2 by 3.
equation number 2, all of the equation number 2 again by 3. Why 3? Because the first one here,
Because-
y equals 1 and y here equals 3. So I multiply equation number 2 by 3. So it will be negative. The order is not important. If you want to write 3 at the first, 2 at the first, no problem for the order. So it will be negative 12x plus 3y minus 15y equals, multiply by 3, this will be negative 90 minus, this will be 90 and 18, 100, and that's 8, 108. Negative 108. The second, sorry?
It's 15z.
15z, sorry. And this will be 5x minus 3y plus 3z is equals 31. Any problem until now? So by adding, it will be negative 7x. Cancel. Negative 12z. By adding, it will be negative.
Negative 7
That
is
will
the-
be 7 and 7. Any problem? And that will be
negative
equation number.
77, right?
Yes, 77.
Oh, yeah.
That's equation number 4, and that's equation number 5. Now we have 2 equations and 2 variables. 2
Okay.
equations and 2 variables. Can we solve them now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Now we can
multiply
solve-
equation 4 by negative 2.
Yes, multiply equation number 4 by negative 2. Why negative 2? To make the same
So we can cancel out the z.
offer, yes. But because both of them have negative sign, so we change one of them. So it will be, the first one will be 10x plus 12z equals 74.
74.
And the second one will be negative 7x minus 12z equals negative
negative
77. Now we need to
So
solve.
3x equals negative
So
3.
3x cancel equals negative 3.
Negative 3.
That's mean
X equals negative
x equals negative 1. So that is the first one. I choose x. Now we have x. You can use it in
Solve
equation
this.
number 4. There is one is not using the mic. There is an echo. There is. I hear my voice again. Okay. So now we have 4 and 5. We have 4 and 5. So you can use x in equation number 4 or equation number 5, as you want. Which one?
4.
No problem. At 4. If you use at 5, you will find the same. So all what you have to do in negative 5 times negative 1
Negative 1.
minus 6 times z equals negative 37. So it will be 5 minus 6 z equals negative 37. So by
Negative 37
subtracting
minus
5, so it will be negative 6z equals negative 42. It's mean Z is equal 7. Any problem until now?
No.
Now you have X and Z. Use at
Okay.
equation number 1 or 2 or 3.
Number 1.
That's you want. At any one, no problem. So at equation number 1. So it would be 3 times negative 1 minus 2 times y plus 4 times 7 equals 35. So negative 3 minus 2y plus 28 equals 35 by subtracting 28 and adding 3. It means 2y equals 10. Then we can say that y
Negative
equals
2y.
13.
negative 2y equals 10, so y equals negative 5. So the solution now will be, the solution,
X is equal to negative 1.
the solution must be written x, y, and z, the ordered pair.
Negative 1.
So it will be
Negative 5,
negative 1, negative 5, and 7. Any problem for this one?
No, sir.
Any problem for this one?
No problem.
Mia Mia?
May.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
We need to solve
Mister,
the
can you go
question.
back up for 1 second?
Okay.
I'm writing something.
Second screen.
خلاص؟ Okay. We need to solve question number 2. We can choose equation number 3 to be common. Why equation number 3 to be common?
Because you can
Because we
multiply
have z raised to the coefficient of z is 1. So you can multiply it by 5 and you can multiply it by 2 to
by
eliminate.
2.
You understand this one? I'm
Yeah.
trying to choose the equation that has a variable with coefficient 1 to be common. And if in the first question, I choose 2 to be the common one because we have y with coefficient 1. By the way, if you choose 1 or 3, you will find the same, but you will multiply by more than one number. You understand this one?
Yes.
So at this part, I will use
1 and 3.
from equation number 1 and 3. At this part, I will use from equation number 2 and
2
3.
and 3.
So for the first one, I will leave the first one without any change. 2x plus
4y.
4y minus 5z equals 18. And from the second one also, I will leave
Multiplied by
negative
itself.
3x plus 5y plus 2z equals negative 27. And I would multiply. For the first one,
Multiply
for the
by
first
negative
one, I
5.
will multiply it by negative 5.
Negative 5.
Multiply by negative 5. For the second one, I will multiply it by
2.
2. So one time I will multiply by negative 5, so it will be positive 25x plus 15y.
Oh.
Negative 15y, because I multiply by negative. Plus 5z equals, if you multiply 17 by 5, that will be 50 and the 35, so it will be 85.
85.
Negative 85.
No, negative and negative
Negative.
positive.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And multiply that again, equation number 3 by 2, so it will be negative 10x plus 6y plus 2z equals negative 34.
Minus 2z, Mr.
Minus. Now by solving the two equations to find equation number 3 and number 4.
27x.
So it will be 27x minus 11y. This one will be cancelled as equals
10.
the 3, 1. Okay.
20.
And by adding negative 13x plus 11y cancel. So this one will be, that's negative 61. Any problem until now? That's equation number
No,
4,
sir.
and that's equation number 5. Then we can say that from 4 and 5. Look at 4 and 5, you will find that we have negative 11y and a positive 11y, so no need to multiply. So it will be 27x
minus 11y
minus 11y equals 103. The second one, negative 13x plus 11y equals negative 61. So by adding, I will divide the screen now to start. So it will be 14x
cancel 42.
So it will be, that will be 242. It means x is equals to 3.
3.
By using at equation number 4 or number 5. So we can choose equation number 4. At equation number 4. It's mean 27 times 4 times 3 minus 11y equals 103. So 81 minus 11y equals 103 by subtracting 81. So negative 11y equals 22. It's mean y equals negative 2. At equation number 1 or 2 or 3, so we can say at equation number 1. So we can say that 2 times 3 plus 4 times negative 2 minus 5 times z equals 18. So the first one is 6. The second is negative 8. So 6 and negative 8, negative 2. So negative 2 minus 5 z equals 18.
Plus.
By adding 2, so negative 5 z equals 20. It means z equals negative 4.
Negative 4.
So the solution now will be
negative 2 and negative 4.
3, negative 2, and negative 4. Any problem for this one? It's the same steps. The same steps. Choose equation number 1 and number 2, 2 and 3 to remove one of the variable. Now we have equation of 2 variables. Sorry?
Can you go a bit up?
Okay. You need to move. That's okay now?
Yes, Professor. Thank you.
Welcome. Solve question number 3 and send it to me, please.
Sir, can you go up?
No. خلاص?
1 second.
Yes.
Okay. Finish.
I will, if you need, I will send it to you now on Telegram.
But sir, I don't understand the starting part, where you multiply the thing by 2 and multiply the thing by negative 5.
To remove the variable, we said we will use to remove one of the variable. What is the variable that we need to remove?
Any variable that has number 9, right? So you just multiply.
Yes.
Okay.
I sent now the solution in the group. The solution for question number 2. You need number 1 also? You need number 1? I will send number 1 also. That is number 1.
Yes.
I sent 1 and 2 now. So please solve question number 3 and send it to me. Please. So that's equation number 1, number 2, and number 3. If you look at number 2, you'll find that the coefficient is 1, so we'll use 1. Again. We'll solve question number 3. That's equation number 1, number 2, number 3. As you see now, we have negative x as the common, so we will use it to remove x from equation number 1 and number 2. So for the first one, I will write 4x minus 3y plus 6z equals 18 without any change. And here we'll write 6x minus 2y plus 5z equals to 0. To remove, I need to remove x. To remove x, I have to make it 4, so I will multiply the first one by 4. So it would be negative 4x plus 20y plus multiply
16,
by
16.
4, actually don't forget, 16z equals, multiplying by 4, what is the answer?
192.
192
192, and I will multiply here by 6.
6
So by
Negative
6, so it will be
X.
negative 6x
plus 30
plus 30y
plus 24
plus 24z equals
equals 288.
284.
88.
88. Okay. So that's number 1, and that's number 2. Then we need to solve. So cancel
17y.
x, so it will be 17y
22z
plus 22z equals,
210.
and 28y plus 29z equals 288. Look at y here,
now,
they are different, and you can convert one to be each other to the other one. So all what we have to do, just multiply. I need to remove y or z. Which one that you need to remove? It will be
Y.
the same, y. So I will multiply here the first y by negative 28. I multiply the second y by positive 17. Why that? To make the same coefficient. You understand it?
Yes.
So for the first one, it will be 17 times negative 28 equals negative 476y plus 22 times negative 28 negative
negative 616.
616 equals 210 times negative 28. So the answer is negative 5880.
0.
Multiply the second equation, so it will be 476y 17 times 29, so it will be 430. 493 z equals 17 times 288, which is 4896. So now by adding, so negative 616 plus 493, negative 123z equals negative 5880 plus 4896. It will be negative 984. So now we will divide both of them by negative 123. That means z is equals 8. Z is equals 8. At one of the two equation,
equation number 4.
so at equation number 4, that's 4 and that's 5. So it will be 17 times 8 plus 22. Sorry, 17y plus 22 times 8 equals 210. So 22 times 18, 396. So 17y equals 210 minus 396. So 117 equals, you understand or not?
No, Mr. 22 times 8 is 176.
20 times 8, not 18, sorry. 1 plus 176 equals 210 by subtracting 176. So it will be
34.
Okay, 34. Then we can say that y equals 2. By using x and y at equation number 1 or 2 and 3, then we can find the value of x. Any problem?
No.
Any problem? So x will be equals to negative 6. X is equal to negative 6. So the solution will be negative 6, negative 2, positive 2, and 8. Any problem? Any problem?
No.
خلاص؟ Okay.
Thank you.
So, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Sir, can you
Yes.
go up?
You need the solution, I will send it to you now. Okay? ما بردش. السلام عليكم.
I thought I have this.
Thank you,
حبيبي
sir.
السلام
Assalamu alaikum.
عليكم.
Bye.